Yo, what up my Shadow Army? It's Desire Shadow Critias back again with another MHA video. So yes, today I want to do this and go over on my redo version of my MHA OC, Kage Tatsuma. And I want to go over of his age, his personality, his parentage, his childhood friend slash rival, and the other friends that he made along the way, and the ships, and also his mentors, and also his semblance. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste any time. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Kage Tatsuma is a young male at the age of 17. His personality is calm, chill, relaxed, respect, honest. Sometimes he can lie. He is good as liar. I mean, he can't talk. He is a good liar, and also he always have everyone's back, no matter what. And also he does have a major anger issue, but he is trying to control that anger issue the best that he can. So yeah, that's basically it. His mother is, well, the number 10, later on becoming number 9, Ryuko, or aka Ryuko Tatsuma. And the reason why I go back to her, because the last version of my MHAOC, that she's the auntie to Genso. And the reason why I bring her back as a mother is because, well, she's so underrated, and she does have a badass quirk, and you guys know that I love dragons. So yeah, but the question is, who's the father to Kage Tatsuma, and how her and him hooked up? Kage's father is Draco Fiend. Draco Fiend was a kind, respectful man and a good man in his days. He was a pro hero until he learns that the pros, what they're doing is wrong by keeping the villains alive. But later on, he became a vigilante, an anti-hero, to kill the villains what he believed is right, and trying to make a point that these villains don't deserve a second chance to live. There's no redemption or anything like that. And later on, he slowly become a villain because the hero has been trying to get in his way, and some of the heroes trying to face him and attack him, and they lost their life. So Draco became both like an anti-hero and a villain, like back in two. So yeah, so basically that's what he is. And his quirk is, well, shadow manipulation, and been passed on to his son, which I will go over that later on when I get to the end of the video. So yeah, his first ever mentor, which is Stain, is because that Kage actually understands Stain's reason behind how the pro heroes are, that they only care about the money, the fame, the glory, everything else, and see every single pro as a fake hero except one, which is All Might. And there was a time where Kage found Stain, and Stain took Kage under his wing, trained how to fight, because Kage doesn't know how to fight or defend himself. And Stain taught everything that Kage know, but nobody knows that Kage was trained underneath Stain. But everyone believed that he analyzed every single fighting skill that Stain's fighting skill, and people believe that he is intelligent to analyze people's fighting skill massively, which is not, because, well, that's pretty much one thing my OC does have. He wants to analyze people's fighting skill, but he only could do it in a executed properly. That sometimes he tried, sometimes he failed, but at least he's trying to analyze and practice their fighting skill to make of his own. And so that's basically what the reason why he was doing that, and that's why everyone believed and he wanted to stick with it. Of course, his second mentor is Aizawa, because Kage is going to be Class 1A. Of course, Aizawa is going to be the teacher and the mentor for every single Class 1A. And when he sees Aizawa in action, he tries to analyze some Aizawa's fighting skill. And Aizawa could tell he's trying to execute it right, but somehow fail. Aizawa does train Kage under his wing to learn the fighting skill, but Kage is not interested of having the, how Aizawa has for his fighting skill. He just wants to learn some of the skills that he has, instead of just having the equipment, etc. So, yeah. So basically, Kage learns some fighting skill from Aizawa as a whole. Last but not least, of his final mentor, which is Edshot. Edshot is the character that Kage looks up to and sees him as a interesting and true hero in his point of view. In his point of view, he believed that All Might is a true hero, but now in his mind, he believes that All Might is not a true hero. He believed that Edshot is the true hero, and he wants to be trained underneath Edshot, and his hero work study and his internship is Edshot, obviously. And to me, I feel like Edshot is like God, I forgot his name for Naruto now. Kakashi from Naruto, the mentor of Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke. And that's pretty much what I see Edshot. If you guys been on my TikTok page, there was a video I did in my OC cosplay when it says point of view of Edshot giving a lesson to Kage about to learn to let go of his revenge over his father. So I feel like the line of Kakashi is telling. It's like how Edshot is going to tell Kage about let go of his revenge. And the history behind Edshot, him and Draco are literally our childhood friend. Yes, I'm pulling off a Obito and Kakashi thing. So that's basically kind of like that in a way. And also Edshot is actually one of my favorite pro hero, and also he's underrated and deserves some more love. His childhood friend / rival is Fumikage Tokiyami. The reason why I made them childhood friend and rival, because, well, Kage always beating Tokiyami in a single 1v1 fight because, well, Kage quirk, which I will go over that later. Since Tokiyami's quirk is Dark Shadow, and my OC can manipulate, well, Shadow, he actually manipulate Dark Shadow as well. So, yeah, I will go over his quirk later on, so I could go over it. So, Tokiyami is trying to find a way to, he could beat Kage without, him trying to manipulate Dark Shadow, you know what I mean? So basically, that's what he's trying to figure it out. His other friends, instead of Tokiyami, is Sero, because I feel like he started becoming underrated and I want to add him on this list. Shoji, even though he's a friend with Tokiyami, I think it would be interesting that Shoji should be friends with Kage as well. So Kage and Tokiyami are friends with Shoji. Of course, I gotta add my boy Kirishima, because who does not want to be friends with Kirishima? Kaminari. Kaminari is starting to become my favorite character, right next with Kirishima, Tsu, Jiro, and Tokiyami as well. Because I feel like I'm starting to like Kaminari as a character, and started to become my favorite as well. If he did not hang out with Mineta. And of course, Shinzo. And I want to say this right now. Shinzo is going to be in Class 1A instead of Mineta. So Mineta has been replaced by Shinzo because I still stated that he should be in Class 1A instead of Mineta. So yeah, Shoji is gonna be friends with Kage and also replace of Mineta. So yeah. And now I want to go over the ship. You guys know about who should be the ship with Kage Tatsuma. The original plan for the official ship for my OC, it was supposed to be Sue because I want to give her some time to shine to be a ship for my OC instead of Kyoko. And my head is going between her and Kyoko, who should be the ship in general. And yeah, on the community tab that I asked you guys who should be the official ship, you guys voted for Kyoko for two obvious reasons. One, some of you actually did enjoy how I did the story between Ryo Genso and Kyoko Jiro, and some of y'all know the reason why you did it because I'm a simp for Kyoko. But y'all guys gotta understand, I'm more than just a simp for Kyoko and MHA. I'm a simp for Sue and Toga. And I want to give Sue a chance and her time to shine to be a ship for my OC, but you guys voted for Kyoko. But I'm gonna ask you guys in the conversation one more time, who should be the official ship? Kyoko Jiro or Tsuyu Asui? Let me know in the comment sections down below who should be the official ship between them two, because I want to have the official. Also, I forgot about mention one simple thing: his hero name. His hero name will be, well, still the same. The Claws of Fang, Shadow Critias. That's still gonna be his hero name. I honestly forgot to mention that, so yeah, I honestly forgot all about that. Last but not least, his quirk, Shadow Manipulation. Okay, just like his father, his quirk is far stronger and superior than his father. And his father has something. Kage had some new ability to add in of the Shadow Manipulation, something that his father doesn't have. Kage have the ability for Shadow Manipulation is use someone's shadows against them, use his shadow of his own, kind of like New Cybot. He could go camouflage in the shadow using night vision in the dark, and when he used shadow, he could manipulate anything. He could create anything from his imagination, from his mind, and he actually could absorb shadow, but he has to be careful what he's doing. If he absorbs too much shadow around him, he will lose his mind, aka he will lose his sanity, go in a psychopath or a sociopath. And the more shadow he absorbed, if he uses it good, in a good way, he could use all of his shadow transform into a dragon. A dragon transformation is his trump card, and he only use it as a last resort. The more shadow he absorbs, he will use it I forgot now. He only uses it as a last resort if he needs to. So like I said, there's two things he could do. If he absorbs too much shadow, he will lose his mind. He will go insanity or psychopath or sociopath. But if he used all of his shadow, he could transform into a dragon as a last result. But it does have time span. And the time span for using the dragon, Shadow Dragon, is 30 minutes. Kind of like a fusion as a whole. And after he used up 30 minutes time span in his Shadow Dragon, he is weak and vulnerable. Without having any shadow, he is out of commission. He will be tired and exhausted for using shadow too much. And and using the Shadow Dragon will drain him out. So, yeah, that's basically his only weakness and downfall. If he uses too much Shadow, he will be exhausted and tired, and if he absorbs too much Shadow, he would go insane, psychopath, or insanity as a whole. So, you guys wonder what kind of dragon he would transform to. Well, since Ryoko's transformation quirk is a dragon and referencing to Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is Blue Eyes White Dragon, that's how her transformation looks like, Blue Eyes White Dragon. The perfect dragon for the Shadow Dragon, for the Shadow Manipulation quirk, I believe it should be Red Eyes Black Dragon. Yes, the transformation, using all the shadow to transform into a dragon, which is Red Eyes Black Dragon. Obvious choice. It will be interesting. So, yeah, that's basically the transformation, what it looks like for a Shadow Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon. So, yeah. And his quirk is not OP. It's not OP. I just want to clear that away. His quirk is not OP. It does have limits. It does have time span. It does have downfall and does have weakness. So, yes, he is not OP. I'm not trying to make him OP. I never have and never will. Like I said, he have a downfall and weakness and time span of his quirk whenever he use it and whenever he uses Shadow Dragon as a last result. And he does have ultimate attack and super attack, but I have not come up with that yet. So I will probably think of it whenever I get the chance. So yeah, that's pretty much it of his quirk, Shadow Manipulation. So yeah, that's pretty much it of the summary and the history, the details, everything else about who is Kage Tatsuma, my MHA OC redo version of Ryo Genso. So yeah, that's actually pretty much it, guys. Tell me what you guys think. Would you guys prefer this version or the old one? And what do you guys thought on everything else? And also, leave your comments down below who should be the official ship between Suyu or Kyoko. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Links to my other channels, my social media will be down below the description box. You guys know the drill. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Kneel before, shout out Critias. I'll see you guys later.